very strong mechanical player as well as creative, because generally you see people kind of slot in one of the two, but he has been on the forefront of the meta so many times, and overall, seeing him do as well as he does, I think is really, really cool with the arc that he's had in his career.
So we've effectively set up the raid boss that is JDG in this Group B, but to discuss the rest of the group, we wanted to take a little bit of a different approach. So welcome to the game of Barons and Elder Dragons.
Okay.
The Group B campaign. Let's set the scene. It's a Friday. The air is cool and crisp as the rain from the night before tamps down the lingering musk of the city air. As we descend upon a bustling New York City, a band of unlikely adventurers, 3 strong, stumble upon the Hulu Theater. Battle-weary from their previous week-long journey, our group looks for a respite and shelter from the harsh elements of the big city and scrims of the previous days. It is here they hope to rest, regroup, and re-strategize before endeavoring to challenge JDG, the Marauder King. Now, as the party settles in at the nearest analyst desk, it's time to meet our adventurers. Emily, please describe your character.
Obviously, I have to be an evil genius wizard. As you know, I am here with my familiar JoJo to try to take on the juggernaut that is JD Gaming.
A sprightly wizard, considered an underdog by most, but not one that should be discounted. Chronicler, please describe your character.
I am the... Oh, my ears. There goes my ears. Here we go. I am Dumb One, the druid. I turn into a polar bear or Nidalee, depending on the situation. And I am ready to take on JDG here today.
Raz, and who have you come as?
Oh, I don't even think you need to ask. I myself am a samurai. Now, sadly, in this damn country, you guys don't actually have a real samurai sword, but we'll make do, okay? At the end of the day, I'm a warrior, damn it.
Here on unfamiliar ground in North America, we'll see if he can still display some of his samurai prowess. Now, with overly priced New York pints in hand, the party feels a sense of ease wash over them. But only for a moment, as seemingly in sync with their collective exhale, a crash is heard, and the front door of the Hulu Theater splinters open, as a frenzied JDG towers over the room, looking for a fight. Emily, the evil genius of the group, was already acutely aware of something nefarious in the works, and is the first to react. Emily, what do you do?
Well, obviously, I want thunder to rain down from the top lane with impact on something with zone control. Additionally, I would love Vulcan on something that he can engage on, something with which he's quite familiar. And then I want to put the power and the carry into Inspired.
With your plan in hand, I'm going to need you to roll for the draft.
It's an 8!
She rolls an 8. Unfortunately, the DC was set quite high on the draft for evil geniuses.
Unlucky.
So this is what you are left with.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. All right. No mind, JoJo. We shall take them on anyway.
With your army of familiars at your side, it's time to devise a plan of attack. E.g., what is your approach?
So, in their game against JD Gaming previously, they did get off to quite a good start with some aggressive performances in the bot lane. So I would like to continue to see some of this strength coming out of the bottom, as well as good setups around objectives and some nice engage.
Now, unfortunately, with a shaky draft at your disposal.
You might say that. I say it's a challenge.
We all know North America loves a challenge. So I challenge you to roll again. The DC is set at 19 to succeed in your gameplay.
19.
Oh! Off the table! You're going to make me roll around.
What are we getting?
No, we got to roll again. It doesn't count if it's off the table. Everybody knows that. Keep it on the table.
No!
3!
I'm
Even
sorry,
worse.
my party members. I have failed you. JoJo.
A disastrous,
sorry.
a disastrous roll. You release your familiars in a coordinated assault, but JoJo the Eagle, the tip of your familiar spear, is too limited in flight, being indoors. Without hesitation, JDG the Marauder squashes the attack with a single swing of their club, as if to swat a fly out of the air.
JoJo.
EG is subsequently knocked unconscious. G2, I turn to you. Having seen your comrade quickly dispatched, it's your turn. How do you proceed with the draft?
Oh, I didn't rely on them anyways. Look, the draft side, don't make no noises. On the draft side, for me, I would love to see Jankos playing towards caps on a high skill mage. Specifically, I would go for a Silas, right? I want him to be able to roam. So, like, for me, the draft that would come up is a Silas pick if possible. A Sejuani for Jankos there. Top lane, Aatrox, look. Any like, strong melee champ on the top side of the map, if he gets a chance to go to Yone, I'll love it. But Aatrox is too damn good in the meta. And then a reliable team fight carry and Aphelios and Lulu on the bot side of the map.
A very clear strategy in mind. Let's see if you can manage to get all 5 picks. For you, the DC is set at 16.
5.
A 5. Unfortunately, you secure only 4 out of 5 of your picks, but your mid laner somehow ends up on Seraphine.
Oh! Okay, can't really roam too much. I can understand that. But we'll make do with what we got.
Exactly. So making do with what you've got, draft in hand, what is your plan of attack?
Look, with the draft on hand, it's going to be a little bit difficult, even if I can't get the roaming down. So, like, if it was ideal, I would want them to be able to look towards bot side of the map and getting Jankos rolling. Look, you can still do this. So Jankos, even if you can't rely on the mid lane position to be able to have a rotating mid, be able to find your way towards the top side of the map. And even if you have a Seraphine in the mid lane, looking for bot lane dives whenever possible has worked for G2 in the past throughout the split. And so for me, that is ideal. And if you do get Seraphine like they have already, you find beautiful plays like this. And so I still think, I'm still fairly confident with how they play, regardless of the handicap.
Well, we'll find out soon enough if you're able to play up to the standards needed. With an ideal comp, the DC would have been set at 15. However, with the Seraphine in hand, I'm going to set it at 17.
Oh!
Let's see if you succeed. Roll for gameplay.
Rigged.
5 again?
Another 5? Wow, you guys are really struggling over here. Overconfident with the draft in hand, Jankos gets caught out and punished by Kanavi on an invade, leaving the top side to collapse in spectacular fashion as the giant rains down thunderous blows, flattening the samurai. You are subsequently knocked unconscious. And now, standing tall but alone
Solidarity, my
is
dear
the
friends.
final hope of our party, Damwon Kia. Having just witnessed the destruction of your comrades, how do you wish to proceed?
Firstly, I'd like to verbally state I'm very disappointed in both my teammates, and I expected them to roll better.
No infighting, please.
Oh, that's tough. But I'm a druid. I will call upon the force of natures, except Renekton. No Renekton. Let it go. I don't want to see it. I think Nogri on Jace looked a lot more like what we'd expect. Still, I think it's fine if we go for carry picks on the top side of the map.
Camille's nice too.
Camille is the one I'd be looking towards. Jace is obviously not in the greatest of spots, but something that he can exert his pressure on. Simultaneously, mid lane prior for Showmaker. I think that Talia, even though his team fighting on it in the later stage of the game is very good and he can roam, losing early pressure, don't you touch my ears, is something that I think can be very tough for Damwon to already play around. And then the carry jungler for Canyon. I still dream of the one Karthus game that he played that one time, and I would love for that to just come back.
Well, coming from the great region of the LCK, and given that we're entering week 2, your draft chances are quite good. In fact, the DC is set at only a 10 to secure.
There we go. Here, you see what the guy's capable of?
What
See that
you
kick?
want.
Canyon can carry.
Well,
Let's do it.
Let's see if you can
go.
get it for the team.
I'm begging.
Roll for draft.
Woo! Nat 20!
Nat 20s the
That's
draft.
one!
He
That's
nat
one! Come
20s
on!
the
Oh my
draft.
God.
Your opponent, I didn't even
You
plan
can't
for
see it, but it's
for
there.
draft, if I'm being honest. I think in this sense, your opponents also stumble in the draft.
Oh, yeah.
They fail to ban any champions, leaving any and all picks for you available. But of course, with 5 champions and a roster at your disposal, you still have to execute in the gameplay. And so, armed with your 5 champions, how do you strike?
I'm going to be greedy.
Oh.
I'm going to cast a time spell.
A time spell?
A time spell. I will travel back in time and get 2020 Nogari and a 2021 form of the rest of the Damwon roster.
Looking to substitute out the form of his roster across all 5 players. This is going to be a difficult DC. In fact, you're going to have to roll a second nat 20.
Oh, no biggie, no
to
biggie.
execute
Yeah, no
on your
problem.
time spell,
You got
my
this.
friend.
We
Let's
got
go.
those.
Let's
I
see
believe
it.
in you.
We got those.
A
We did
15.
not get those.
Unfortunately for you, the time spell fizzles. You put up a valiant effort, deflecting many a blow as you attempt to close the distance on your larger opponent. Now, as you're inches away from dealing a fatal blow to the gut of the LPL, you feel a brutal impact on your right cheek as an unsuspecting left hook from the Marauder King lands and knocks you unconscious. With the party all laying flattened on the theater floor, I'm going to need you all to roll a death save.
This is a dumb one problem. We get a lead, and then we throw it. I shouldn't have gotten
You got
greedy.
Yeah.
That's what it was. You were set up for success with a beautiful draft, and you got greedy for the players themselves. I'm going to need you all to roll a death save. We're going to go 100 or 0 on this one. So above 10, you survive.
I'm good.
It looks like Dom
One.
with a 14 will survive the group stage. Let's find out.
Hey!
Two
EG.
looking good.
Ah,
And a 15 for EG. So while they may all fall down to JDG, they will live to fight another
We have
day
a chance.
against each other.
We have a chance.
For the final spot out of the group. That was a ton of fun. Now on to the next stop of the campaign. In their first matchup, Damwon Kia wiped the floor with G2, but with a nat 20 roll, G2 might be able to turn the things around tonight in game number 3, our featured matchup presented by Mercedes-Benz.